Have you been charting your progress as you work toward acing the SAT? Not a big fan of charts? Well, charts are on the SAT and they can be paired with functions. In this lesson, we'll look at functions that are expressed as coordinate points in chart form. On the SAT, coordinate points on a function might be given in charts and arranged vertically with the columns labeled as x and y. This function is h of x. The point being highlighted is -2, 0. Based on what we know about the chart, that means x is -2 and h of x, or y, is 0. That gives us the point -2, 0. Charts of functions on the SAT might also be expressed horizontally, with rows labeled as x and y. Just as with vertical charts, these function charts may also express x and f of x. For example, in this chart, the coordinate point of -2, 0 is given. The chart is saying that when x is -2, f of x is 0. Other variables may also be used in place of x. This chart shows values of t and corresponding values of f of t. Finally, charts can express functions using different variables. This chart gives coordinate values for t and g of t. You now know what to expect as far as charts showing functions, so let's go through an SAT problem using this information. The following table represents values of a quadratic function f of x equals x squared plus bx plus c for selected values of x. What is the value of the product bc? Since this is a grid-in problem, we aren't given answer choices. So we'll just underline the facts and circle the key terms. We've been given 4 points from this function and asked to solve for bc. We see the function given is f of x equals x squared plus bx plus c. We need to solve for b and c and then multiply them. We see from the chart that when x equals 0, f of x equals 2. Putting x equals 0 and f of x equals 2 into the equation from the question, it becomes 2 equals 0 squared plus b times 0 plus c. 0 squared equals 0, and anything times 0 is 0, so we can reduce the equation to 2 equals c. Now we just have to solve for b and then multiply. Let's use one of the coordinate points from the chart where f of x equals 0. We'll let x equal -1 and y equals 0, and since we know that c is 2, we'll put that in as well. Plugging into our equation, we get 0 equals -1 squared plus b times -1 plus 2. So 0 equals 1 minus b plus 2, and 0 equals 3 minus b. Adding b to both sides, b equals 3. Since we know that the value of c is 2, and the value of b is 3, b times c equals 2 times 3, which is 6. That's our answer. Fill in the grid. We've learned that SAT questions might give us functions expressed as equations or coordinate points in chart form. Remember that no matter in which form the function is given, every point on a function must work in the equation of that function. So what do you need to do now? You guessed it, practice.